Minasan, konnichiwa. This is Matt Okahara from the Matsumoto Castle Gun Corps. And now that the heat of the summer is finally starting to give way, we are able to start the team's autumn gunnery season. So the first thing we're going to be practicing for this season is just to make sure that everyone's got their basic gunnery skills up to date and they can do it all safely. And then we're going to bring on a couple of the new gunners and see if we can get them to do some rapid fire shooting. So when we're doing this upload today, we're going to be looking through some of the basic lessons and also some of the more advanced lessons that gunners can do once they've progressed a little bit in Hojutsu. Okay, and actually along with us practicing, we've actually got some visitors with us today, unwanted visitors, I would say, and I'll just quickly show you those. So I guess we could shoot them, but they outnumber us about 600 to 1, so we'll just leave them alone. As most regular viewers will know, our gunnery season is split into autumn and spring. We did do some shooting over the summer, but that was an exception. So now that the summer is over and the autumn has arrived, we can really start practicing some of those basic skills. Okay, so one of the skills that gunners regularly practice is firing from the standing and the kneeling position. Like that. However, aiming and pulling the trigger come at the very end of the shooting sequence. The shooting sequence that we use in the Mori Shigeryu actually comprises of 8 steps. The first thing to do is to prime the barrel with the powder charge, and each gun has got a different amount inside. As you can see, that gun actually had quite a wide caliber, so it takes about 12.5 grams, whereas my own gun has 10 grams, so there's a different charge for different kinds of weapons. However, the firing mechanisms are all very, very similar, and it doesn't really matter on the size of the caliber, because it's just that small bit of gunpowder that starts the ignition sequence that causes the gun to fire. And once the barrel and firing mechanism are set, there isn't much more to do. But of course, we don't just fire one shot. Normally, the gunners in the team, they fire several shots, so they have to reload. And that's why it's important for our gunners to keep practicing over and over and over again. We need our gunners to have a certain standard in order to be able to join the gun line, and that means they need to be able to load and fire the weapon within 30 seconds. If they can't achieve that, then it starts to slow the team down, which ruins the aesthetic when we go to skill at arms demonstrations and such. So as you can see behind me, some of the gunners are going to go through instruction for the first time in rapid fire, which is quite exciting for them. It's an opportunity for them to move on, and it'll give you, the viewer, an opportunity to see something we don't often share when uploading videos, and that is the basic training and what the recruits get up to. So here we have one of the most senior gunners who's actually been in the team since 1990, and he's taken through some of the gunners who have only been in the team for a few months about how to conduct rapid fire. So I said before, a gunner is looking to shoot every 30 seconds. In a rapid fire session, they're trying to exceed that. They're trying to get past that 30-second barrier, which not everyone can do, but we give everyone the opportunity if they want to in order to try and progress. Instruction in the Matsumoto Castle Gun Corps, it does happen from simple to complex. So this first session is just to get the gunner familiar with the different angle of the gun and the different position of the weapon as they're loading it. But the process is the same. It's all about preparing the barrel charge and then preparing the firing mechanism. So now you can see that the novice gunner has collected the weapon and they've got the weapon sat against them, and they're going to start preparing the firing mechanism on the outside, which is happening in exactly the same way. The only difference is they're in that kneeling position. The trick to rapid fire is to try and save a second here and save a second there, and you'll notice that the gunners never put the calico or the ramrod back into the weapon. They lay it down by their side, and the ammunition bottles are already prepared and out beside them, so they're trying to save a few seconds where they can whenever they are loading the weapon. And then inevitably towards the end of the session, from misfires or hang fires, we have a few spare rounds left over, and we normally dedicate that to the gunner to practice whatever discipline of fire they want to train in. Okay, so it's just a short upload today. I haven't been doing many long videos lately. I've been using the short form just because it's a matter of the amount of time I have. But now the autumn season's here and we've got some decent gunnery coming up. I'll try to put together some good explanations and some good videos for you. So if you do like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully you've earned your subscription. We'll see you again next time. Finished. Time for a little bit of fun with an 1875 model Winchester BB gun, which I've never used before, so let's see how this goes.